York will postpone this morning's cleaning of Zuccotti Park.
Now, this is relevant because the Occupy Wall Street protesters have been staging a sit-in there for nearly a month. The city had ordered them to vacate by 7 a.m. Eastern time today.
Susan Candiati live in downtown Manhattan. Susan, tell us what's happening right now, because the city is actually saying that Brookfield Properties, the people who own Zuccotti Park, they have said they will postpone the cleaning, and the city is saying that the cleaning has been postponed. So who made this decision?
Well, right now, as word is getting out about this, you're hearing cheers starting to go like waves through the camp. They obviously, the protesters, consider this a huge victory. And I talked with one of their press spokespeople just a little while ago, and he said, I'm very excited. We're all very excited to hear this news. And it shows the power of democracy, as they put it. In his words, that people power is more important than any one political office or entity in this country. And so at this hour, as that word is slowly filtering out, what does that mean for the protests? You're hearing the cheers. It means, they say, that they're going to stay here for the time being, because you'll remember they've been saying consistently that if they can't occupy this park, then it's not an occupation. Back to you guys.
Susan, how many people are there? You told us earlier that usually people are sleeping at this time, but everyone is very much awake. There are more people than ever down there. Can you give us an estimate?
The police always stay away from estimates, but certainly you can definitely say hundreds of people are here. The park is full. This is the amount of people you normally see during the daytime or on a busy weekend or the day of the march, this kind of thing. But certainly, as you indicated, they're all usually asleep at this hour, but they were ready to do a sit down here and not move if it came to that. Right now, police remain in the perimeter of the area, police walking up and down the street here. But other than that, everyone is very peaceful and well behaved.
And you got to think that this decision by New York City or whoever the decision was made by will only fuel the fire.
Well, it's hard to say, obviously. They certainly have avoided what was clearly going to be a confrontation, because protesters have consistently said that they weren't going to leave this park willingly. So they've avoided that. Certainly, this is a sign that this protest has grown in strength and, as they put it, in people power, and they're making their voices heard. So they've certainly won this battle, and it means most likely that they have more staying power than they obviously thought they did before. They're going to continue this camp out, at least for the time being, so now we'll have to see what the next move is on the part of the people that own this park. You know, one of the main things they were worried about is the cleanliness of the park. Well, once that word filtered out that they were going to move people out, that's when they bought out their own brooms and mops and started cleaning this place up. So it would seem, at least, they're trying to do a better job of sanitary conditions, which had been spiraling downhill as of late.
Just to give us a sense of how many people are there, can your photographer move the shot off of you so that we can see how many people are down there?
Exactly. Fred, if you can hear me, we'll try to pan off just a little bit. Because I'm tethered to a wire, I can't walk through as I normally can at this particular stage, but we'll be able to do that as the morning goes on. But it's filled, and this park is about the size of a city block, or at least a half a block. So every square inch is 12 people. You can still walk through, but it's not easy. You have to pick your way through the park. Again, just as crowded as it normally is on any busy weekday or on any busy weekend when the crowds normally swell. But they did bring more people in today to help swell the ranks to try to make it more difficult for police to move them out.
All right. Susan, we'll keep checking in with you to see how this develops, whether more people end up staying there or people start to thin out again. Unclear what this actually does at the moment, but the confrontation that we were concerned about for the moment seems to have been averted.